Everybody all right? Good to see y'all. All right. So I ain't gonna take up too much of your time. I'm just gonna do a couple of pieces along back out my way. Words are just stars in my planetarium as I create rhyming constellations. My written conversation gets hot enough to crease your jeans. I am Hercules, working out with these symphonies, maximizing my symphonies of vocabulary strings. Percussion discussion, sick enough to have your doctor disgusted. Fell in love with poetry the day I realized I understood metaphors better than I ever would people. I used to have my work gassed up until I realized my words ran on an acronym called diesel fuel. That's definition, intelligence, emotion, separation, emotion, and love. Forgiveness, understanding, and a little ego makes one L of a poet, don't it? See, we write for the natural loners, the ones that need help and have to learn how to want it. For every smile ever stolen, every heart ever broken, every eye that's swollen from crying no more is poetry at the backseat of the heart hitting bus like most of us would have been amazed if they rose refused to move near the rear. I am here as representation of untitled feet. I am here as Malcolm X's shirt. Bullets meant for him pierced me, but his blood brought change to my color. My brother, I am the presence of acidness and alliteration, conqueror of wet concrete, mental quadriplegics begging me not to move mountains. Rather be mounted upon the stereotypical wall with my hands and head to the sky. Please God, don't let it shoot. Thoughts left me bending me in bedside, really. Trying to figure if the revolution is worth my life. What's the domino effect if I die? Will it cost 10,000 to fight for what's right, or will I be gone like a thief in the night after another celebrity died and nobody cried for until R.I.P. was beside his name? This ain't a game. See, I was once blinded by sunlight, looking in the sky, not realizing that I had been admiring a vulture's flight, and not realizing that the vulture's just waiting on the coon to die, and coons so dumb they push each other undercard ties until me a vulture that don't love roadkill. I swallow this pill for alleviation of my head so I may continue to fight. Rumble, young man, rumble. Stay humble, young man, stay humble, but never sell yourself short. Isaiah said, I shall rise up on wings as eagles, and as I fly by, listen to coons and vultures cry out, oh my God, who is this kid with the audacity to speak as if he was somebody? Thank you. All right. So y'all like that?
I like that.
Cool. Can I get a little deep with y'all for a minute? So I noticed that this is got a lot to do with Black heritage and uplifting and building and communicating with each other. And one of the things that affects us that we may not necessarily pay attention to in our communities is these generational curses. So y'all know about generational curses, right?
Yep.
Okay, you really know, like you done had, and if you have to deal with them, you know that they can be hard to break. I mean, you really got to go to war. You got to go in your prayer closet. You got to find a way to deal with a lot of this stuff. So, and a lot of times, it ain't necessarily fault of your own. It's things that my grandparents should have dealt with and got out of the way, so I wouldn't have to deal with. It's things that I need to deal with that my kids are gonna have to deal with it if I don't, you know? So I can at least deal with it to a point where I can teach them how to handle it or how to at least get started so maybe they can conquer their thing one day, you know? But this poem I'm gonna do, I really wish I didn't have to use this mic. Can y'all hear me in the back? Yeah. Okay, see, I told you they can hear me. Oh. I'm gonna come out. I hope y'all can hear me pretty well. If you can't, y'all come on in. You know I don't bite.
Break it in for a minute. We need to break some of these generational curses. Break it in. Group B.
So this poem is from a different perspective. So I gotta do a little acting. But if y'all can follow the story, it's like what happens when the generational curse is so strong, but it still it clashes with the I guess the love and appreciation that you have for the people around you. So like I said, this is from a different perspective. Don't get mad at me. Don't look at me some type of way when I come out. But I hope y'all enjoy it. Woman, where are you going? Now I know you're not thinking about leaving. Yeah, I understand this life ain't been easy, and sometimes I even lack the decency to offer apologies when I know I need you way more than you need me. So how about this? Just come back to bed. Tomorrow we can go to the beach or have a couple drinks, or maybe we can just go to the movies with the kids. And this type of behavior that I have created will never be a problem again. But first, wipe that smirk off your face. And just remember who feeds your pathetic behind. Before you try to leave, think about who keeps the lights on so you can see your way around. I'm talking, don't you open your mouth. Because anytime I have to correct you, you wait till 2 in the morning packing bags as you had the audacity to set foot outside that door. But woman, we connected. So anytime you not where you supposed to be, your guilty conscience may whisper to you, but your soul speaks so loudly to me. So when I grab your neck to smell your breath, believe I ain't just smelling it for my own fun. I just want to sniff out any lie that may roll off your tongue, but who am I kidding? If it wasn't for me, nobody would even want you. Consider yourself lucky I gave you a little boy and a little girl too. And speaking of little girls, when did you grow up and find the fortitude to render attempts at self-defense like I'm not supposed to be mad? This is the second night this week we didn't have fried chicken. And you consistently step out of line and incite these wars, but then you realize that tonight in the crossfire was our daughter, and you made me bang her head against the wall, and it's hard to beg a 4-year-old's pardon when the part in her head bleeds the hybrid blood of 2 broken vessels that constantly pour concrete of a shaky foundation, with walls that echo from the cries of children and shattered spirits that you sweep up and rinse with your own tears. I even cried tonight trying to figure out why my wife is still here. Don't you know our daughter sees this? Don't you know our daughter believes this is an acceptable way to show strength? Yes, I know, because my parents showed me the exact same thing. My demons are only offspring of my folks. Because one would tell my father, hey, your dinner's gotten cold, go grab her by her throat. And another one would tell my mother, hey, you taking this beating, ain't no need to run no more. And I refuse to plant more poisonous seeds into the minds of my kids, because if anybody does my daughter the way I do you, I swear to God, I'm serving life on a murder bed. Don't you try to come close to me before I get pissed again, because you got to be the worst example to our kids. Too selfish to realize the clown shoes you've given our daughter to fill with makeup caked up on her cheeks save her from shades on at an indoor dinner table, lying through missing teeth when she says it's been a long time since he put his hands on me, because you make the same faces when you cry, and I'm so tired of wiping tears from my mother, my wife, my daughter's eyes, and I refuse to provide the fuel to the fire that my mother needed as a pistol pointed to her way out. Because every time I hear that bang in my brain, I have images of the pistol being in your grip, passing a torch that's been lit with the fire and your desire to maintain a broken relationship on to our daughter for her to run with to the next relationship ours should have warned her about. And now, I see just how crazy you can be, because I done told you to get out and you still ain't leaving. So what's it gonna be? You gonna stand here all night and waste my time? Or you coming back to bed with me? Thank you.